Hey guys, I just wanted to pop on here and do a sort of quick favorites video. I haven't done one in a really long time. It's mostly, well, it's like hair and makeup stuff and one skincare thing. And then I'm also going to do a totally not outer beauty favorite. My first thing that I want to talk about is coconut oil, actually. I haven't used coconut oil in a few months, but I used to use that only that as my moisturizer. And I've sort of gone back to that in the past couple of weeks, still using other sort of like serums and toners and things, but in terms of like a moisturizer, I've just gone back to using coconut oil, and my skin is like really loving it. I don't know why I stopped using it. I think because the bottle that I had it in, you know how coconut oil like solidifies when it's cold. It was really difficult to get the coconut oil out of the bottle, and I had brought it with me from California where it like never solidified. So it was in a pump bottle, so I would pump it out in California, and then I brought it here and it solidified in the winter. So I guess I just sort of like got frustrated and bought a moisturizer instead of buying another thing to put my coconut oil in, but whatever. Coconut oil has been doing really good on my face and then just all over my body. I love it. Coconut oil. Then I want to also talk about this thing. This is a hair thing. This is macadamia natural oil deep repair mask. This stuff has been raved about for a long time, and I only recently started using it, but I love it. It's so good for my hair. My hair is really damaged, and when I put this in there, it just feels really silky smooth, like when it's in there, but then also when it comes out, it just looks a lot better. My hair is really damaged because I do heat style it a lot, and I do dye it. This stuff, I love it, and hopefully this lasts me a long time because I got this at TJ Maxx. This was $26 at TJ Maxx, and I think they're like repackaging, or they have repackaged the whole line, so they're getting rid of the old packaging at TJ Maxx, and this was originally $45, but I got it for $26. So if you can, go to TJ Maxx and get it instead of, you know, buying the new packaging. The next thing is nail polish. This is Defy and Inspire. I don't know if it's Defy and Inspire or just Defy, but let me let you see. I'm actually wearing another shade from this brand. This one is Ladies Who Lunch, and the shade that I'm wearing right now is called Frenemy, and I really love this nail polish. I got it at Target for like $5, and it's 5 free nail polish, which is, you know, like 5 horrible things for you it doesn't have in here, so that's really good. And it just goes on really well and lasts a really long time. This one, the darker one, I did have to do like 3 coats to get really opaque, but this one is opaque in 2 coats. I really like it. I like that it's cheap and it's 5 free and you can get it at Target, and yeah, it's good stuff. The next thing I will talk about, Morphe brushes. I just placed an order from them at the beginning of this month, and I got a bunch of different brushes. They're all really amazing. There's like one that's not as good for the purpose that I was going to use it, but it's still great for other purposes. Do you know what I mean? I think this one was like $7 or $8. This one is the M433, and it's exactly like a 217 from MAC, and it's like $5.99, whereas the MAC one is like $25. They're all just so amazing. I can't wait to place more orders from them. So the next thing that I want to talk about is this Makeup Geek contouring powder. It's in the shade Breakup, and it says it's for cool porcelain skin. Now, I have more of a yellow undertone to my skin, and I think that they're meaning this to be for pink undertone people, but I'm very pale, so I guess it really doesn't matter truly when you get down to it. But what I'm telling you is that this does work on warm or yellow toned skin. I really love it. I have it on today. I just think it's really great, and it gives you sort of like a shadow without being gray or muddy. and it blends out like a dream. So I would definitely recommend that. Next is also another makeup thing. Go figure. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This is the shade Fair Neutral, and I also have Light Warm. So Fair Neutral is really pale, and the Light Warm is a little bit deeper and more yellow. So I sort of mix these from time to time. In the winter, I'll definitely have to go just with the pale one. But for right now, that's what I'm doing. I'm mixing both of those, and I really love that concealer. The texture is amazing. It lasts really well. It doesn't last as long as the Pro Longwear from MAC, I would say. It's not as like waterproof as that is, but it still lasts a really long time. And I feel like the one from MAC, I've loved it for so long. If you've been on my channel for a long time, you'll know that I always use that, the Pro Longwear concealer. But I feel like it just gives, I don't know, it's just not working with my skin lately. It's just really not. So I've gone to this one, and this one is much more expensive. This is like $29, but I really feel like it's worth it because it just looks more like skin. It lasts a really long time. It's not matte, but it's not dewy. So it's like a semi-matte, somewhere in between, sort of like the Makeup Forever Original HD foundation. But I do set it with powder, so that does help it last a little bit longer, just so you know. So the next thing is definitely not a beauty favorite. It's a podcast. It's called Transgression. It's weird to explain. It's a podcast with 3 artists. It's Menton J. Matthews, David Stupakis, and Damien Eccles. Recently, though, in the past couple months, Damien really hasn't been on a lot. I guess he's busy, living life and doing things, like that. It's basically just 3 artists coming together to talk about the creative process, they talk about their lives, they just talk about a bunch of different stuff. And they have really interesting viewpoints and opinions, and they sort of talk about really important things that you really don't hear people talk about in boring everyday conversation. So I would definitely recommend checking that out if you like any of them as artists, or if you are an artist yourself, or you're just a really cool person. You should listen to it. Also, they're amazing artists. You have to check out their work. Amazing artists, so wonderful. So yeah, that is all of my June favorites. I hope you guys are doing well. If you have any questions about the aforementioned favorite items, please leave them down below, and I will see you guys in my next video.